What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm like my shirt keeps coming up. All right, today's video is going to be about my aligners. So if you are interested, then please stay tuned. All right, guys, and that was a quick intro. All right, of course, today's video is going to be all about my aligners and my journey with AlignerCo. Just in case you are not familiar with these videos, I have two other videos on my channel, which I will link down below for you if you are interested in the company or getting aligners yourself or any type of invisible braces or the 50 million other names they have for these things. Yes, so those videos will be listed down below. All right, so we can just go ahead and jump into it. Also, before I forget, don't forget to subscribe down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and follow me on my socials and all that good YouTube-y stuff. All right, so we are deep diving right in. But before we do, I did not mention this in my first two videos because I completely and totally and completely forgot. And also, it didn't occur to me at the time to mention this. But I want to start off with a brief story in regards to these aligners. So I want to encourage you guys out there who are considering getting aligners to consult with your dentist first. I'm not a professional. I don't think AlignerCo is your own personal dentist office or whatever. I mean, maybe for somebody, but not for me anyway. You know, so I want to encourage you guys to consult with your dentist before you even decide to go looking for invisible braces or Invisalign or anything like that where your treatment is being handled from home. Because I was speaking with my sister a few days ago, maybe about a week ago, and we were talking about my aligners, and I was just telling her about my progress and everything like that. And I remember she brought up a story about how she went to the dentist to try to get braces, and they told her that they didn't recommend them. And I'm like, duh, there are people who will not qualify for this program, who, dentists will probably recommend that they don't pursue this treatment. And I was just thinking, like, why didn't I mention this in my first video? That was very negligent of me to not encourage you guys to go talk to your dentist and make sure that you are a good candidate for these treatments. Because she went to, I think, 3 different dentists, and they all said the same thing, that they did not recommend she pursue any braces of any kind, and that they flat out refused to do this treatment for her. So yeah, if you are considering that, I don't, because the last thing I want you guys to do is to pay however much you'll end up paying for your treatment, and then you're having some type of issues that could have been avoided because you just didn't qualify. I don't want you guys having teeth falling out and teeth dying and things like that. All those horrible things that even if you get your money back will not make a difference now that you're over here missing a tooth, okay? So definitely, I can't stress this enough. Please see your dentist. Make sure that you will be a good candidate for any type of braces before you pay all of your money and get caught up in, mailing impressions back and forth just to have a terrible experience because you just probably weren't a good candidate. AlignerCo does do impressions to find out if you're a good candidate, but they don't know your medical history, your dental history, actually. They don't know that. They can't tell you whether or not your teeth is gonna die if you do this, or whether or not your teeth is gonna fall out. You're gonna need someone to actually see you, to actually examine your teeth, and to make sure that they're strong enough to handle the pressure that's gonna be put on your teeth by these aligners. So definitely seek professional opinions on whether or not you should do this. So that was a very long ramble, but it needed to be said. I'm so sorry that I didn't mention it in my first 2 videos. It honestly just did not occur to me, and I don't know why. I don't know why, and I apologize for that. But yeah, I'm bringing it up now. Okay. So a few developments since my last video. I'm currently on tray 7, and when I did my last video, I was on tray 4. I want to say tray 4. Hold on, let me check. Sorry, I have to check my teeth. My aligners love lipstick. They do. Anyway, so I was on tray 4 and now I'm on tray 7. So what happened after tray 4? So as you know, in my last video, I said tray 4 was absolutely painful. It was horrible. Putting those trays in, they were a nightmare. The first week was torture. Eating was, oh my God. It was not great. And then my second week came along and everything passed by pretty smoothly and pretty fast because my teeth had finally conformed to the aligners and I was no longer in pain when I was taking them out and putting them back in. So yeah. And so now we're moving on to tray 5. And tray 5, I'm thinking, oh my God, you know, what if it's just like tray 4, you know? So I was dreading it. I'm not gonna lie, I was dreading tray 5, but actually they went in really smoothly. So, and I was a bit surprised. I was like, thank you, Jesus, because I was like in the living room running back and forth to my bed, to my bathroom. It was like anticipating the pain that I was going to be in, but it wasn't too bad. They did feel snug, of course, because they're supposed to, but they didn't feel painfully so. So I was very appreciative. So those 2 weeks went by pretty fast. And they went in, no problem. However, tray 6 did give me a little bit of trouble. And when I say that, I mean, they weren't fitting the way my other trays had fit before. Like, I really don't know how to explain this, but one side was fitting very snugly and just went onto the teeth, and the other one was kind of hanging down in the back, which I thought was so stinking weird. My other 5 trays had not fit like that before, so I'm like, oh my God, I'm in panic mode as I am always when I trade these trays out. And I'm like, oh my God, they don't fit. Oh my God, they done messed up something in production. Oh my God, this is gonna set my treatment back like 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks because now I gotta have them redo the trays and then send them back out. And Lord knows how long that's gonna take. And so in the meantime, I'm stuck on whatever tray I'm at currently. And so it's just extending my time. And I'm always scared every tray that's gonna happen to me. But I took those photos and I was talking to my husband and he was just like, you know, do they all always fit the same? And I was like, yeah, up until now, like this is the first time I've had one side fit better than the other. They either both fit weird or they both fit great. So I was like, something's wrong here. So I took the pictures as I'm always supposed to do. I emailed them to AlignerCo and I was like, these are weird. And I let them know that, and they were like, "No, your liners are fitting pretty good, or what have you." But prior to that, I felt like an idiot because I put them on that night, and then I went to bed, and then when I woke up the next morning, they were already fitting better. And I don't know, and I'm pretty sure it's because my teeth just said, you know, we know the drill by now, so let's just do what they want us to do and just be done with it. And so the right side started to fit a little bit better, but I was kind of concerned a little bit about why they were fitting that way. And once I got an email back from AlignerCo saying that they were good, I was like, okay. And then as the week went on, they fit even better. And then by the end of my first week, they were fine. And I felt like a total idiot for like overly panicking and being super dramatic about them not fitting. But I started to realize that these aligners are all fitting differently in some way or another. They just don't all fit the same. They can't. Reasonably thinking about it, they're all are going to be different. Every tray is a different stage in your program, so there's no way that tray 2 can fit the same as tray 3 or 4 or 1. You know, they just can't. Your teeth aren't doing the same thing anymore. They aren't in the same place anymore, and they don't need the same excuse me, they don't need the same thing right that they did in tray 1. So just a bit of advice: if you're going through the same thing, don't panic. It's okay if the trays do not fit the same as the previous trays. They're not supposed to. They're supposed to be different. Different things are happening right now. So it's a good thing that they're not feeding the same. That means your treatment is progressing, and that's what you want. You know, at the end, you want it to progress. So don't be like me and just be losing your mind every time you put a tray in. They are supposed to fit differently. However, definitely take the photos, because there will be probably some instances in, you know, someone's case where they aren't fitting properly or what have you. Just don't panic like I do. Don't be me, okay? All right. Okay. So also during that time, I was taking my photos, and I guess I wasn't taking very good photos, because I got an email back from AlignerCo saying, "Hey, can you use your smile protractor when you're taking these photos? We really appreciate that." And I was like, "My smile protractor? What the heck is that?" And then I remembered that it's this. It's this. But this is not the one that they provided. They do provide this when you are doing your impressions. So if you haven't kept it, you probably should have. Because I didn't know that. Because I was like, and I sent them an email back saying, I don't have that smile thingy anymore. And I was like, but I guess I'll get one. I went on Amazon and picked this up. This is a thing though. Sorry. It came in a pack of 3, and then you have like the this one's the middle size, and then you have the humongous size. This is the size that they sent me in my impressions kit. This thing is way too big. I didn't even realize they had different sizes. I didn't even realize. And then you have the baby one. So here are they. Girl, I can't even talk. These are the big one, the middle one, and the smaller one. Okay, they always send you the gigantic one. I guess that's supposed to be the universal size, but I could not get that thing to stretch my cheek at all. It was just, I could not make it fit. I could not. So when I went online, I was like, oh God, I gotta go deal with this. Sorry about the bag, guys. Let me put this in really quick. So I was like, oh my God, I gotta get that big old thing, put it, and try my best to put it in my mouth to try to take these photos. And then I saw that there was a 3-set piece on Amazon, and it cost me about $10. And I was like, oh snap, they come in different sizes? That's crazy. So I ordered it. I went ahead and ordered it, and now and I used the middle size one because the of course the small one's too small and the big one is too daggone big. Okay, so if you threw your smile protractor away, go ahead and hit Amazon up and grab you the 3-piece set of a smile protractor. I'm pretty sure you can find it. Just put in smile protractor. Because I had difficult time finding it, because I didn't know I couldn't remember what the name was. And I went back in the email and I was like, smile protector, maybe I can look it up that way. And that's how I found them. So yeah, so if that smile protector that they provided for you when you did your impressions, if it was too big, definitely go get a smaller one, purchase a smaller one. If you threw yours away, purchase a new one. But they did request that I use the smile protractor to do my photos. All right, so what was it? So that was tray 6. All right, so now, you know, fast forward, I guess, to tray 7, which is where I currently am now. Tray 7, I thought, oh my gosh, okay, here it is, you guys. Here's where the pain's gonna be. Here's where I'm gonna have a terrible first week again. And nope, did not. I did not have a terrible first week with tray 7. Today is Sunday, and I put them in last Saturday, and this week has been pretty much a breeze. I will say that, you know, my 2 front teeth, which we are doing that's doing most of the moving, they are still always sensitive. I have trouble biting into things still, and I think I will until this treatment's done, actually, because my teeth are constantly moving because of these trays. So, but other than that, I haven't experienced any type of pain. But I will say this, when I originally put these in, there was so much space at the bottom. As a matter of fact, let me get closer so that you guys can see what my aligners look like in before I forget and I have to come back and add it. Here are the aligners in. Let me take off my glasses though, so my bright lights don't blind you guys. So this is what we're looking like right now. Excuse any lipstick you see on it. I apologize. Like I said before, these aligners love lipstick and they love lip gloss, okay? So here they are. So you can't really tell that there's some space down here at the top of the bottom row and at the bottom of the top row. But when I first put them in, yes. So yeah. Oh, can you tell? Can you see it? Don't mind this pimple right here. She about to get evicted, okay? I don't know if you could tell the difference, but I'm always staring at them, so I definitely can. But yeah, so if my future 13 trays are all correct and all fit properly, I should be done by the end of March. I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to go back to binging on junk food whenever I want and not having this time limit. Because I don't know if anyone knows, but you're only allowed 2 hours a day to eat. So I have to split that 2 hours into 30-minute increments. So, but yeah, tray 7 has been a breeze so far. Tray 6 was pretty good after my minor flip out, and tray 5 was pretty good too. And I'm hoping and praying that the remaining trays will be just as great as these ones have been. I don't really know. I don't want to jinx myself though either. Let me put my glasses back on. All right, so now I can see. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. That is the end of this AlignerCo update. Again, if you are considering doing AlignerCo, please consult a dentist to make sure that you are in fact a candidate for the treatment. Be sure to pick yourself up some smile protractors if you need one that is not too big, or you lost or threw away the first one like I did on Amazon, $10. There you go. Remember that not all of your trays are going to fit the same way, and to not panic. Okay. Take some aspirin if the pain is a little too much for you, and yeah, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Oh, someone had a question or something like that. Oh, a few days ago, a girl messaged me on the bottom of one of my videos, saying that she was getting her trays in like increments. Guys, I don't know what that's about. I have no idea. I'm not a spokesperson for AlignerCo. I'm just trying to relate to you my experience with them as a company and with the aligners themselves. I'm not sure why she is or anyone else would be on the Smile Advantage program and only receiving a few trays at a time, because as I stated in my first video, I got all my trays up front, no problem, no questions asked. They didn't, and including my retainer's in there as well. So I don't know what's going on, but I would encourage anyone who's experiencing that type of thing or has questions, keep in touch with your with your AlignerCo representative. Call, email, whatever it is you have to do so you can stay on top of that. I'm not sure what's going on or why that would be happening. Like I said, not a spokesperson, but yeah, definitely keep in contact with them. Definitely keep messaging them and keep calling them if you can. Whatever, don't let them just slide by with stuff you think isn't going well or should be handled in a different way. I learned that the hard way. Do not let these companies get away with just doing whatever they want to do. You're paying your hard-earned money for their service, and you should get what you pay for. So if you're experiencing any difficulties with AlignerCo, do not let them slide. Keep messaging them. I'm talking about harass them like those robocalls harass you. Okay. All right, that's it for me, guys. I'm getting the heck up out of here. Before I go, please be sure to subscribe. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on my socials, which will be listed below. And also, I do have a email, or is it an email or a code? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I have a link. That's what it is. I have a link that I'm going to leave down in the description box if you want to get $100 off your Smile Advantage program. Yeah, it's a link. It's going to be in the description box, guys. Go ahead and click on it if you want to save some money. All right, guys, that's me. I'm out. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.